and the administration of those schools requests the same from all fans. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of New Lexington High School. All fans are to respect the effort each of them has put forth preparing for today's contest. We ask all in attendance to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, and those administrating the contest, and of course, your team and your opponent. Now, to honor America, please stand and join in the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to New Lexington High School, where tonight here on South 60 Films we got girls action. Sheridan Generals at the New Lexington Panthers renewing this Perry County Rivalry. I am Ted Snyder, joined by Marcus McPeck tonight for this one. And the Sheridan Lady Generals come in to this matchup tonight 13-5 overall, 11-1 in MVL play. The New Lexington Lady Panthers 8-10 overall, 7-5 in MVL play. This is big school versus small school, and it may look like a mismatch on paper, Marcus, but old rivalries get together. This is the only time they'll meet because they're in different divisions within the league, so you just kind of never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely, and like you and I were talking about before the game, Sheridan has Tri-Valley coming up, so this could be seen as a stepping stone for them, and that could lead to poor play that causes them to lose this game that they should win one paper in the set.
That's the one thing, as your coach J.D. Walters and the Sheridan Lady Generals, you want to prevent from happening. Do not let your players look ahead to Saturday afternoon and their second matchup against Tri-Valley. Tri-Valley gave them their only league loss on the season all the way back on December 7th, 41-38 in Dresden. So I'm sure Sheridan would love to repay the favor and tie up the big school standings in the MVL play. New Lexington, on the other hand, they're coming off maybe one of their best performances of the year, Marcus, 62-24 win at Coshocton this past Saturday. Both these teams 4 games remaining, so if you're New Lexington, you just kind of want to get things rolling in the right direction heading into postseason play. Yeah,
you definitely want to keep the momentum going if you can. This is a tough mountain to climb for them. Sheridan's a great school, great team, but New Lex has the personnel to make it happen as long as they play to their potential. This should be a good game. Going through the starting lineups right now as we speak. I'll run through them for you. For the home team, New Lexington Lady Panthers, they will start with their 5 junior lineup. Number 0, Mackenzie McCoy runs the point. Gracie Newland, number 33, is a guard. Chloe Dick, Caroline Dupler, and Aaliyah Stanley, all at 5'10", present some size and some presence down low for the Lady Panthers. For the Sheridan Lady Generals, they start like this: Hallie Warner, a 5'10" senior; Ava Heller, a 5'7" senior; Addie Schaefer, a 5'4" senior; Miley Forgrave, a 5'4" junior; and Peyton Powell, a 5'8" senior. And we are underway. New Lexington controls the tip, and they are moving right to left. Chloe Dick controls out top. She's looking to penetrate and gives off to Gracie Newland. Newland guarded closely out on top of the key. Great look. Chloe Dick, but she cannot convert. Contested well down there by Sheridan. Sheridan will come up the floor. Plenty of playing experience for the Lady Generals. Ava Heller, Hallie Warner, two of the best players, not just in the MVL, but in the Southeast District. Heller controls right now. That ball's poked away by Gracie Newland. And I think Gracie Newland could be a key tonight, Marcus, as when she gets hot from three-point land, she really heats up.
Absolutely. She is one of this team's most potent scoring guards. I would like to see her to be more aggressive at times, but when she, like you said, when she's on, she is absolutely good.
She loves the corner pocket. Hallie Warner controls, gives off to Heller. She'll launch a three. No good. Great box out there by Miley Forgrave. Ava Heller controls, gives it off to Warner.
In some of New Lexington's most recent games, we've seen Mackenzie McCoy and Gracie Newland both step up for this team in ways they kind of weren't early in the season. They started to come into their own more, and the team's better for it.
Yeah, Mackenzie McCoy primarily run the point guard position for the Lady Panthers. Hallie Warner fouled on her way to the basket right there. She will get 2 shots to try to open up the scoring here. A minute and 10 seconds into this first quarter.
Warner shooting 2.
Hallie Warner, Ava Heller. The last 2 pieces from that state runner-up team in 2022, 3 years ago. They were freshmen on that team, and they had roles on that team. So much playing experience on this Sheridan team.
Yeah, bringing that experience, that playoff experience, is always a boon for your team.
Sheridan going to show full court pressure here. This is something that New Lexington has struggled with throughout the season.
Yeah, they struggle with this a lot with West Virginia.
Sheridan has no deep person at all there. All 5 guys, all 5 players in the backcourt. And that ball stolen away in the backcourt by Miley Forgrave. She goes to the basket, no good. That ball is rebounded and put back by Peyton Powell. 3-0 Generals here in the first quarter. Chloe Dick inbounds for New Lexington. Gets it to Mackenzie McCoy. She dribbles fast up past the timeline. Guarded closely there by Miley Forgrave. Gives that ball off to Caroline Dupler, and she travels with the basketball.
And that's what you don't want to see if you're New Lexington. You don't want those unforced, I won't say unforced, but those types of turnovers where it's a player mistake, not just a good play by your opponent.
Panthers have any chance in this game, they're going to be extremely efficient offensively, not turn the basketball over.
That's one reason they struggle with this press defense, is it forces turnovers a lot.
Ava Heller misses the 10-foot jump shot from the lane. Guarded. Mackenzie McCoy collected the rebound, and she goes all the way coast to coast and lays it in. 3-2. Lady Generals ahead. Ava Heller controls for Sheridan. She gives off to Addie Schaefer, who misses a 3 very badly. Mackenzie McCoy quickly up the floor again. She's going to look to go coast to coast once more. She's fouled, and she puts it in off the glass. Wow.
I love to see her play like this. She is so good when she plays like this.
Yeah, really good with the ball in her hands, and she's taking an aggressive approach to begin this game here, Marcus.
Yep.
That, if she continues to take that kind of approach offensively, that's going to open up some more chances for Chloe Dick.
Absolutely. Because a big problem we've seen with this team in the past is Chloe Dick gets shut down and nobody else on the team can really step up in her stead. But with Mackenzie McCoy playing like this, then they have that second option, that clean, good second option to really have a chance.
Mackenzie McCoy converts the free throw. 5-3 Panthers lead. Drive by Sheridan. That ball's out of bounds. Going to say last touch by the Panthers. Going to be baseline out of bounds for the Lady Generals. Ava Heller will be the trigger. She gets it into Hallie Warner. Hallie Warner off to Miley Forgrave. Hallie Warner thought about the 3. She pulls it back out, gives it to Ava Heller. Over to Addie Schaefer. There's a long 3 on the way. That's no good. Great rebounding position there by freshman Layla Baker. Already into the game here midway through the first quarter. She started a handful of games while Aaliyah Stanley was out. So Layla Baker, the freshman, some good playing experience already. There she is right there with her hands on the basketball.
They are really they're setting up their team to be good 4 years to come. They're a very young team. All their starters are juniors.
Yes.
Is there one senior on the team? No seniors
There's
on the team?
not.
None?
Nope.
Yeah, very young team. Like, they should be good 4 years to come.
And the vast majority of their roster is made up by freshmen, and we just saw one there, Layla Baker. Peyton Fisher will also get some varsity playing time. But, you know, we had a chance to watch some of the reserve games while we're covering New Lexington, and they have several freshmen that they have a lot of potential.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how good they will be next year.
Yes.
Take this quick second to thank our sponsor, the 21st Century program here at New Lexington. Call the high school to enroll, and it's also sponsored by us, South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of New Lexington Athletics.
Sheridan with possession of the basketball, down 5-3. 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Ava Heller gives it up to Hallie Warner on top of the key. They'll reverse the basketball all the way across side to Heller. She misses the three, rebounded there by Peyton Powell. Hallie Warner's going to trigger a three, top of the key. That's no good. Powell on the rebound, and she's going to put it up and in.
That's one thing. That's another thing we've seen New Lex struggle with in the past. On those reversals, they tend to give up a lot of open three-pointers. They don't. Their rotations aren't quite as good as they could be yet, and that's just experience too.
Caroline Dupler controls, gives off to Mackenzie McCoy. She'll look to drive, spins, guarded closely there by Ava Heller, who steals the ball away.
Good hands by Heller.
Sheridan quickly up the floor, misses the lay-in, rebounded. Put back no good by Lainey Miller, but she's fouled in the process, and she will go to the free throw line and attempt to give the Lady Generals the lead back. Boxing out on missed free throws is also a key.
Yeah, because this New Lexington team should never, ever lose the rebound battle. But against a much smaller school in West Muskingum, we saw them lose the rebound battle both games. So they need a little bit more aggression. Just in general, they need more aggression on the defensive end and on the offensive end.
Lainey Miller connects on 1 of 2. Lady Generals back in front 6-5. Mackenzie McCoy walks it up the floor for New Lexington, guarded closely by Ava Heller. McCoy gives off to Gracie Newland. She'll shoot a three just off the mark. Good rebound there.
A great pass by Newland there.
Mackenzie McCoy, give her 6 in the game. 6 of Sheridan, New Lexington 7 points. 3 ball on the way for Sydney Shunk of Sheridan. It's no good. Chloe Dick rebounds the basketball, and then she's tied up by Ava Heller. Jump ball.
Should go to Sheridan here.
Jump ball is going to give possession back to Sheridan. You are right, Marcus. Ava Heller will trigger the inbound underneath their own basket. No one is guarding there. Hallie Warner, and she'll take the pass. She'll give it off now. Ava Heller controls right wing. Gives off Sydney Shunk. Now gives it over to Addie Schaefer, who misses the long three. Rebounded there by Mackenzie McCoy, and she'll look to quickly get up the floor. McCoy into the lane. Gracie Newland controls. That's a kick ball that wasn't called.
I think the ref had a bad angle on it.
Ball loose on the floor, still loose. Corralled by New Lexington. Gracie Newland will be tied up.
Another jump ball.
Top of the key by Peyton Powell.
That's tough because Aaliyah Stanley had a wide open layup.
Yeah. New Lexington will inbound. 7-6 lead here in the first quarter. Layla Baker inbounds to Mackenzie McCoy. Guarded out front by Ava Heller. McCoy looks to drive. She's going to use the left hand, and she gets all the way to the rim once again, Marcus. And that is 9 points for Mackenzie McCoy, 6 points for Sheridan. She has all of New Lexington's points up to this point.
She is playing extremely well. And this is exactly the type of play that I've wanted to see out of her all season.
Addie Schaefer misses the three, rebounded inside by Sheridan, taken away by Mackenzie McCoy. She'll look to quickly move up the floor, cut off there by Miley Forgrave, and that's going to be a 30-second timeout. Coach Bo Dupler and the New Lexington Panthers, Marcus.
Good call on that timeout there.
You could not ask for a better start if you're New Lexington. First things first, you got to start off good, have a good game plan, and have good execution, and all those things are in place right now.
The only thing that you could ask for more is to get the rest of the team involved.
Yes. But that dribble penetration, especially going all the way to the rim and finishing, is going to create a lot more eyeballs on her defensively. Yeah, could create some open looks for her teammates.
Yeah, you should start seeing more open looks, more open threes for Gracie Newland.
New Lexington will need to inbound in the backcourt and still get it across the timeline here. Chloe Dick will be the inbounder. Gets it into Mackenzie McCoy. Sheridan backs off the pressure. McCoy into the front court, blows by her defender, and there she is, kicks it out to Gracie Newland. Just off the mark in a corner three. Sheridan.
Foot was on the line as she caught it.
Yeah, Ava Heller rebounded the ball, but her foot was on the line. New Lexington's going to get another shot here. A crack at this possession. Caroline Dupler inbounds. Chloe Dick far out on the left wing. She's looking for help. Now she'll try to drive in the middle, and she gets it up and in. Very athletic play by Chloe Dick. New Lexington has their biggest lead of the game, 11-6. Ava Heller off to Addie Schaefer. Addie Schaefer shoots the three, and that is good. 11-9 is the count. Lady Panthers advantage. And now Mackenzie McCoy is going to see a double team in the backcourt. She's going to give it up to Gracie Newland, who tries to find a cutting Caroline Dupler, but that ball is stolen by Miley Forgrave.
It was the correct play. They just read it perfectly.
Addie Schaefer gives to Miley Forgrave. Peyton Powell, left wing. Back to Schaefer. She'll shoot another three. And that ball is good off the glass. And just like that, the Lady Generals back in front, 12-11. And
they're back in their press.
Full court pressure applied after the made basket. Jump ball should favor New Lexington.
Sheridan has the arrow.
So Sheridan gets the possession right back on the full court pressure. Hallie Warner to inbound. Looking, she finally gets it into Peyton Powell. Peyton Powell looks down low. Warner sees a double team, gets it out to Miley Forgrave. Over to Addie Schaefer. She thought about a long three, gives it off to Heller. Heller back to Forgrave, back to Heller. They'll slow it down. They're going to use the rest of this first quarter clock, it looks like.
Trying to get that last score, keep that momentum rolling into the second quarter.
Addie Schaefer tries a long three. That ball is blocked by Dupler, and that will be the end of the first quarter. First quarter score, Sheridan Lady Generals 12, New Lexington Lady Panthers 11. We're going to step aside for a moment. We will be right back with the second quarter. Second quarter action just underway. The first quarter very closely contested, very action-packed. The second quarter opens up with Addie Schaefer getting a steal and a wide open transition layup for Addie Schaefer on the Lady Generals.
Carrying that momentum that they had to end that first quarter.
Mackenzie McCoy got double teamed and she threw it into the front court. That ball stolen and quickly moves the other way to the Lady Generals. Ava Heller puts that one up and in for 2, and just like that, the lead out to 5 for Sheridan, 16-11. And New Lexington in that first quarter, Marcus, held Sheridan's 2 top scorers, Ava Heller and Hallie Warner, to 1 point combined. That was Heller's first points of the game, and Hallie Warner's only point came from the free throw stripe. So very good job defensively on the top 2 weapons for the Sheridan Lady Generals. But it's only a matter of time before those 2 find a way to get in the scoring column. And
for sure. You just need to, New Lex just needs to keep playing cleanly. They had a good bit of turnovers to start the first quarter, starting the second quarter in just the same way, and it's flipped the lead on them effectively. So you want to see them kind of clean it up a little bit. They need to keep somebody hanging back behind McCoy to pass it backwards instead of only trying to throw it up the court.
Yeah, but to Coach Bo Dupler's credit, every time the game seems to be slipping away just slightly, he instantly calls timeout and he's righted the ship.
Yep, he
up
is
through this point of the game. So let's hope he can utilize that timeout, find a way to crack this Sheridan pressure. But there. Now they're going to back out. It's going to be Chloe Dick. Seems like once the ball was out of McCoy's hands, they were willing to back off that pressure.
Yep.
But Chloe Dick, capable ball handler as she shows, even at 5'10", but she takes it in. That ball is blocked by Hallie Warner, and she'll throw it up ahead to Miley Forgrave. And Miley Forgrave, the smallest player on the floor at 5'4", gets it up and in off the glass. 18-11.
Yep, and this is a tough start to this second quarter. Not what you wanted to see as a New Lexington fan.
Gracie Newlands double teamed in the backcourt. That's a 10-second violation. Coach Bo Dupler thought that was a little quick. Nevertheless, going to turn the ball back over to Sheridan. They lead this game 18-11. Ava Heller controls, gives off to Warner. Over to Addie Schaefer. She'll shoot another 3 off the back iron. Rebounded there by Layla Baker. She'll give off to McCoy, and she'll get up past the timeline quickly. She's going to look to drive, but she's cut off there by Heller. She gets into the lane again, just off the back of the rim. And a hard fall there. Can't see who that is. That's Layla Baker, the young freshman, and she seems to be injured. That was a hard fall. She was going up for the rebound and just fell right over the back of Hallie Warner. Hope she is okay. She seems to be in a lot of pain down there. This New Lexington team is thin as it is.
Yeah.
They really can't afford to lose.
Yeah, in a situation like this, you just hope that it's a bruise on the elbow or on the knee. Not.
You always fear it's going to be a hit. They land on the hip.
Yeah.
You know, a fall and land on the hip. Somebody else will certainly have to step up if she's unable to go, because she is a key piece of their rotation.
Yes, she is.
Nothing malicious about that at all.
No.
Just she just got caught in an awkward position with her feet off the ground.
Just an incidental play.
Yeah. Okay, she's up, walking off the floor under her own power.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see in a situation like that.
Yep. She's going to be sore for several days, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's tough when you take those falls. The basketball court is not forgiving.
No, it sure isn't. So the Lady Generals have a 7-point lead with possession of the basketball. Ava Heller controls for Sheridan, guarded by Gracie Newland. She gives off to Addie Schaefer. Schaefer gives off to Peyton Powell. Back to Ava Heller. Over to Miley Forgrave, top of the key. They're working the right side of the floor. They find Warner. Now they find a wide open shooter on the ball reversal, but she cannot connect. That was Peyton Powell from the corner. That ball is promptly stolen right back by Ava Heller. And she's going to look to penetrate. And that ball knocked away by Gracie Newland. So possession back now to the Lady Panthers. But Gracie Newland has it stolen by Heller.
And this kind of encapsulates a lot of the problems with New Lexington's offense. Is when they have somebody in the backcourt handling the ball, they always leave them on an island. They need somebody there to support them, that they can pass the ball out from, because they're getting trapped,
Yes.
they're getting the ball stolen or throwing it away because they're getting so much pressure put on them.
Yeah, they inbound the ball. The other 4 players run into the front court,
Exactly.
and then the ball handler gets a double team in the backcourt. You're right, there's no one there to pass the ball to. And
It's always harder to pass the ball far up court than it is to just pass it backwards to a teammate that's hanging back to be your support.
Mackenzie McCoy was fouled on her way to the basket. She missed the first, able to connect on the second. Cuts the lead to 6, 18-12. In favor of the Lady Generals. Ava Heller brings it into the front court. She passes to Sydney Schunk, who gives it off to Peyton Powell. Over to Addie Schaefer, back to Powell. Good ball movement. Sydney Schunk from the corner. She knocks down a wide open 3-point look. The 5'6" freshman, good looking 3-point shot from
Again,
her.
You see it again. The whole team just runs up the court.
Chloe Dick has the right wing. She's going to look to penetrate. She went up strong, and Hallie Warner blocked the shot, but they're going to say it was a foul down low with the body. In the act of shooting, Chloe Dick's going to get a chance to make a couple from the free throw line. Very good free throw shooter.
Yes, she is. And in a situation like this, like the beginning of this quarter where they're struggling, sometimes free throws, just seeing that ball go through the hoop, getting some points on the board, keeping it closer, that can be all you need to get yourself righted and start winning this game.
Chloe Dick connects on the first. Second one's airborne. It is also good. 21-14. Lady Generals out in front with possession of the basketball. Ava Heller controls for Sheridan, gives it off to Hallie Warner, back to Ava Heller. And she's going to look for Sydney Schunk in the corner. That's the other corner. And she airballs that one, but Addie Schaefer's there for the rebound. Putback attempt no good. Ball was deflected out of bounds. Last touch by New Lexington. Sheridan to inbound the ball right underneath their own basket. Ava Heller will be the inbounder. She gets it right into the center of the paint to Hallie Warner, who gets it up and in. 23-14 advantage. Mackenzie McCoy, here comes the double team once again. Now you see 2 players coming to her rescue. And great ball movement there by New Lexington, but Addie Schaefer recovers and is able to knock that ball out of bounds. And that's what they need to do when the Sheridan Lady Generals overcommit into the backcourt. You're going to have a mismatch in the front court.
In that situation, they flashed a player back to provide that support, and it gave an opening to throw that pass forward.
Chloe Dick spins, and she is blocked by Hallie Warner. One of the best all-around girls basketball players the MVL has ever seen. Hallie Warner is just a solid player, fundamentally about as solid as it gets. Inbound to Chloe Dick right underneath the basket. She's unable to get that up and in because of the presence of Warner.
Her and Dick are nearly a mirror match of each other as well. They are nearly the exact same size, very similar play styles.
Hallie Warner misses the corner ball 3. It's going to be a foul against the Sheridan Lady Generals over the back on the rebounding attempt. So New Lexington down by 9. Really need some points. Been a while since they've got any points other than those Chloe Dick free throws. They inbound to Chloe Dick.
This game is still very winnable for them.
Gracie Newland, and she's going to need some help.
They need to figure this trap out.
Gracie Newland's able to get it into the front court. And gets it over to Caroline Dupler. She's guarded there by Peyton Powell. Oh, that's Layla Baker back in the basketball game.
I was just about to say that.
Chloe Dick in the center of the paint. Might have got away with the travel. Gracie Newland gives off.
If she didn't get away with the travel, it was very close to being one.
McCoy wheels, deals into the lane. She gives off. And that shot is no good. Rebounded there by Peyton Powell. And Sydney Shunk quickly up the floor for Sheridan. Gives off to Heller, and she finds the open shooter, which is Addie Schaefer. In and out. And Heller there on the rebound. And just the high basketball IQ from Ava Heller.
Absolutely.
Just always seems to be in the right place at the right time, but that's not by accident. She just got great instincts. And she's going to get a chance to extend this to a double-digit lead from the line. First one is good. 24-14 advantage for Sheridan. Heller has a second free throw to come. That one is up and in and out, but rebounded there by Lainey Miller, and then Sydney Shunk's shot is blocked. And that deflection will lead to a Sheridan inbound underneath their own basket.
Yeah, if you're New Lex, you can't give up those rebounds on a free throw. You cannot give up second chance opportunities. Oh.
Yeah. Heller penetrates into the lane and is tripped by Aaliyah Stanley, who fell to the floor accidentally. Still wearing a large knee brace, as Stanley suffered a knee injury about a month ago.
Yep.
Still wearing a heavy brace on that leg, out there gutting it out. Sheridan gets it inbound to Heller, and she is bumped by Gracie Newland. That's consecutive fouls. That's going to be the fourth team foul on New Lexington. That's something to watch for, because still 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. You don't want to give Sheridan free trips to the line. They get it inbounds to Heller, and she is fouled in the act of shooting.
And that'll put him in the bonus as well.
Yep. So this will be 2 free throws, plus every foul from here on out until halftime will be free throws. Danger zone, this last 3 minutes of this second quarter. New Lex really just needs to find a way to right the ship and stay in this basketball game. Heller unable to convert on the first free throw. Just 2 points in the game for Heller, 3 points rather. She misses on both, 1 for 4 at the line from Heller. And it's going to be a foul against Sheridan over the back.
Yep. They're getting close to the bonus as well.
Yep, 4 team fouls committed by Sheridan now. So both teams will be in the bonus from here on out. Chloe Dick having trouble finding somebody. Finally finds Gracie Newland. She'll give it back to Chloe Dick, who's going to see a trap there. Hallie Warner and Sydney Shunk. And little reach-in foul against Hallie Warner, and
that should be free throws.
And that's at least 2 fouls on Warner, possibly 3. Let's see when they flash it here. That's at least her second, potentially her third. I think it's her second. If it were her third, J.D. Walters would probably be getting her out of the game until halftime.
Yeah, no reason to leave a key player like that in with a few minutes left in the corner.
Chloe Dick converts on the first free throw, and missed free throws on the other end. You convert yours on this end, and all of a sudden you're climbing right back into
We're back down to a single-digit lead.
Yep. Chloe Dick converts to a 2, 24-16. And New Lexington shows no pressure defensively. They're going to let Sheridan just walk it into the front court.
Probably trying to avoid fouls.
Yeah. Sydney Shunk drives down the center of the lane, gives off to look like Peyton Powell, who's unable, there's Lainey Miller rather, is unable to convert the lay-in, and Mackenzie McCoy into the front court.
That was great half-court defense by New Lexington. If they could play like that consistently in the half court, they would be a very tough team to beat.
Caroline Dupler all the way down to the basket for 2 of her own, 24-18. All of a sudden, a little 4-0 run here by New Lexington prompts a timeout from Sheridan head coach J.D. Walters. And this game, still anybody's basketball game, and that's hurdle number 1 if you're New Lexington.
Yep.
Get to the halftime break and still give yourself a chance to be in this game, and they are doing just that.
Yes, they are. And for them to only be down 6 with as rough as of a start as they had for this quarter, It really is a testament to their heart and their ability to come back. They just need to keep it going.
It's the third time I've seen the Lady Panthers this year. It seems like their defense is getting better and better each game.
Yep.
They're really understanding where to be on the floor, where their teammates are going to be.
Yeah, if they could just iron out that wrinkle of giving up the open three-pointers, which I think is a schematic issue as much as it is a personal issue. They run a very help defense-based schematic a lot of the time, and it just ends up with open threes on skip passes.
Peyton Powell controls out top for Sheridan, gives off to Heller. She thought about a long three. She'll back it back out to Peyton Powell on the left wing. Interior, right through the interior of the defense. That pass is deflected, and it will stay with the Lady Generals. 1 minute and 41 seconds remaining before halftime.
It was a great back cut. The pass came just a little too slow.
It tried to thread the needle between a trio of Lady Panthers. That ball nearly stolen by Layla Baker, but able to retain control are the Lady Generals. Ava Heller's going to back it out. She's looking for a ball screen. She'll go the other way. Gives off to Addie Schaefer. And she's there closely defended by freshman Layla Baker. Outstanding defense there.
Yes, it is.
Now Caroline Dupler guarding Peyton Powell. Powell goes to the rim. That shot's blocked by Dupler, but Powell able to corral her own miss and get it back up and in.
That's great defense. They just gave up that second chance opportunity. But when they're in that man-to-man defense and they're really sitting down on it, they play very, very tough defense.
Laney Miller able to steal that pass away for Sheridan, and back the other way come the Lady Generals. 26-18 advantage. Kind of a foul against New Lexington. It's going to put Sheridan at the free throw line. Looks to be Addie Schaefer going to the line. This will be 2 shots for Schaefer, who has 8 points in the game, the leading scorer for Sheridan in this basketball game. First one up and nothing but net. Schaefer's second offering is off the back rim. Rebounded there by Layla Baker. She'll give it off to McCoy. McCoy into the front court. 27-18 lead for the Lady Generals. 37 seconds remain before halftime. Ideally, you might want to try to hold for the last shot, but 37 seconds is a long time to hold the ball without committing a turnover.
Exactly. When you start holding the ball for that long, it becomes very, very hard to not turn the ball over.
So McCoy, they're going to double team her. That's going to be off the foot.
It's the second kickball we've seen not get called.
It's going to be New Lexington possession. Down 9, 27-18. Chloe Dick into the front court. She's going to give it off to Mackenzie McCoy. Guarded there closely by Ava Heller. Heller really pestering McCoy. Gives it over to Baker, who tries to hit Gracie Newland cutting to the basket, but that pass is stolen. Ava Heller quickly back the other way, and that ball is stolen there. Stolen right back. Fast and furious action here. Peyton Powell will drive up off the window. No good is the shot, but there was a late whistle there. We're going to see
a shooting foul here.
That's a shooting foul on Chloe Dick. And we're going to have 2 free throws here by Peyton Powell.
I don't believe that was the right player to call that foul on. I think she was a little bit away from the action, but there was definitely a foul underneath the basket.
First one up and good from Peyton Powell.
This is not the note you want to end on for New Lexington, but this game is still very much within grasp for them.
Peyton Powell makes 1 of 2 at the line, and that will take us to our halftime break. The halftime score from New Lexington: Sheridan Lady Generals 28, New Lexington Lady Panthers 18. We're going to break for halftime, but we'll be right back with the second half. Welcome back to New Lexington High School. So glad you could be with us here tonight on South 60 Films for this MVL girls matchup. I am Ted Snyder, joined by Marcus McPeck. The first quarter is in the first half rather, is in the books, 28-18. Lady Generals on top, and this goes through some of the leading scorers for both teams. Mackenzie McCoy has 10, Chloe Dick has 6 for the New Lexington Lady Panthers, so they combined for 16 of the 18 points scored by New Lexington. For the Sheridan Lady Generals, they are led in scoring by Addie Schaefer. She has 9 points. And second in scoring is Peyton Powell with 5, and Ava Heller with 3, and Hallie Warner with 3. So New Lexington able to hold Sheridan's top 2 leading scorers to a combined 6 points in that first half, but still on the worst side of a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, and it's because Sheridan's really spreading the love around. New Lex has 3 players with any points. Sheridan has all 5 players on the court right now have some points.
Yes, and something to keep an eye on. Chloe Dick for New Lexington, as well as Hallie Warner for Sheridan, each 2 personal fouls. So not in danger at the moment, but an early foul in the third could change that. Hallie Warner in low, and she goes to the basket with her left hand, up and in for Hallie Warner, give her 5. Sheridan on top 30-18, and Mackenzie McCoy is gonna see a double team. She's gonna get the ball stolen there by Miley Forgrave. Forgrave gives it off to Addie Schaefer, and that's up and off the glass for 2, and all of a sudden, the lead is 14 for Sheridan. Heavy full court pressure applied by Sheridan. Now they're gonna back out, and Gracie Newland across the timeline, gets it to Stanley. She'll turn and shoot. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Chloe Dick. She's able to get it up and in. Very talented player is Chloe Dick. 32-20. Lady Generals on top.
She's got great touch around the rim also.
And Peyton Powell enters the low post entry to Hallie Warner, who gives it off to Addie Schaefer, and her right wing 3 ball is nothing but net. Sheridan enjoying their biggest advantage of the evening, 35-20.
And we are off to a rough start this half.
Defensive pressure being applied here by Sheridan, really causing New Lexington fits. But that ball is going to be deflected out of bounds by Addie Schaefer. Possession is going to stay with the Lady Panthers.
I'm going to start sounding like a broken record, but I would really like to see New Lexington keep people back to help their ball handler. They're still struggling with the pressure and throwing the ball forward. They're turning it over.
Caroline Dupler gives it off to Layla Baker. Back up top to Chloe Dick. 2 defenders greet her up there. Over to Gracie Newland. She'll bring it back up to the top of the key. And she's able to shake her defender momentarily, looking for someone to help her out. And she finally breaks down the defense. Gracie Newland all the way to the basket, up and in for 2. She doesn't score a whole bunch of points, but when she does, they're very impactful.
Absolutely. She's another one where when she's aggressive, she is very good. She just needs to be more aggressive more often.
Caroline Dupler going to check out. Aaliyah Stanley back in for New Lexington. Miley Forgrave holds the ball on the left wing, gives it off top of the key to Hallie Warner. Back to Miley Forgrave, and she'll find Sydney Schonk over to Ava Heller. And just slowly, methodically working around the key, and there's Heller for 3, and that's good. You know it wasn't going to last. They've been struggling shooting the basketball pretty much as a team the whole game, but they're starting to come to life here in the third. 38-22 the advantage for Sheridan.
Yeah, and that slow, methodical play style is going to help them quite a lot in this game now that they've really opened it up. Ooh, they hit heads.
Yeah, Aaliyah Stanley shot off the mark, rebounded by Forgrave, and an accidental headbutt.
Looks like she got her nose.
Yeah, completely accidental, but that hurts.
Yes, it does.
She's going to take a seat momentarily.
Got to clear the tears out of her
Yes.
eyes.
Yeah, she turned around, and right there was the top of Gracie Newland's head. Hit her right in the face. New Lex to inbound. They get it into Aaliyah Stanley. She finds Gracie Newland, right wing. Back to Stanley. And she's going to find Layla Baker. Layla Baker stops, shoots a three, and that is good. A little bit of moxie from the young freshman stepping up, shooting that three ball. 38-25 advantage for Sheridan.
That's what Sheridan's going to, or that's what New Lexington's going to need. If they want to come back in this game, they need people to step up and score some buckets.
Ava Heller's three off the mark. Great rebounding position by Aaliyah Stanley. She comes down with the board. New Lexington back up the floor. Gracie Newland with the basketball. Guarded closely there by Sydney Shunk. Shunk all over Gracie Newland. They're going to say that's a 5-second closely guarded violation. You don't see that very often,
No,
Marcus, but the count was on. You need to be aware when you're handling the basketball.
Yeah, you definitely don't usually see him in situations like that. She was moving quite a bit.
She was.
So.
But they're saying none of her moves were towards the basket.
Exactly.
Apparently.
She was usually they're a little bit more lenient when you're at least moving some, but she was not really attacking. She was kind of getting shut down, but.
Sheridan Lady Generals, very patient and methodical in their half-court sets here in the third quarter. Ava Heller out top to Addie Schaefer, over to Hallie Warner, back to Ava Heller. Hallie Warner, corner pocket three ball, off the mark. That ball is rebounded inside by Sydney Shunk, and it's going to be a jump ball tie-up, I believe, with Layla Baker of New Lexington. That's going to stay with the Lady General. It seems like every jump ball has favored Sheridan.
Yeah.
Hallie Warner to inbound. She's looking. Finally finds Lainey Miller, who spins in the lane, and nice controlled jump shot there from Lainey Miller. Lead out to 15 once again for Sheridan, 40-25. Mackenzie McCoy into the front court. She'll give it off to Baker. Baker, Chloe Dick. Dick looking for some space. She'll shoot the three, and that is good. 40-28. Sheridan Lady Generals in front. Quickly back down the floor. Hallie Warner, top of the key. Gives off to Sydney Shunk. Shunk dribbles and gives off to Heller. Heller over to Addie Schaefer, right wing. Back top of the key, Hallie Warner. Sydney Shunk, right wing. She's gonna dribble, give it up to Heller. Heller finds a driving lane. She's gonna stop and pop the mid-range jumper. That is good. All of a sudden, both offenses coming to life here in the third quarter, Marcus. 42-28 is our score. Lady Generals in front.
What's really helping Sheridan right now is they have such an active offense. Their players are constantly moving, constantly passing the ball.
That ball stolen away by Hallie Warner. Errant pass by Layla Baker.
New Lex is trying to do a similar thing to what Sheridan is doing, passing the ball around the arc to look for shots. It's just not really working because their offense is so stagnant. Their players are standing still, just passing the ball back and forth. There's no motion. You want to see handoffs. You want to see give and goes, but there's nothing of that in New Lexington's offense.
Ava Heller fouled on her way to the basket. Her first free throw is up and good. Yeah, in the first half, Marcus, it seemed like Sheridan's half-court offense, they seem to overload one side, try to get the defense out of that side, and then throw a skip pass back to an open shooter. This half, it's more very methodical, kind of a three-man weave out front until something develops in the lane, then they attack.
Yep, and it's helping them out a lot to start this half.
Both free throws up and in for Ava Heller. 44-28 is our score. New Lexington gets it across the timeline.
I think the reason that Sheridan has changed that scheme as well is because New Lexington has switched from a zone defense to a man-to-man defense, and they started kind of shutting down Sheridan for a little bit. So they've started to play a more methodical, slower-paced offense.
Gracie Newland connects on the three on one end, and then Sheridan back on the other end with possession. 44-31 is our score. A minute and a half to play in the third period. Peyton Powell holds, guarded closely by Chloe Dick. She'll give it off to Megan Turns just in the game for Sheridan. Over to Heller on the right wing. Back to Turns, back to Heller. She'll fire a three, and that is pure from the right wing. She is showing her skill set in its entirety here in the third quarter.
That's a beautiful shot. Just enough space to get it off.
Yeah, Ava Heller, Hallie Warner, just so savvy. You know, probably close to 100 games played in their career. Layla Baker on the other end, she nails a three. That's her second of the ball game. Wow. 47-34 is our score.
If New Lex could have started doing this last quarter, this game would be a much different game because they are just trading blow for blow right now.
That ball stolen away. Gracie Newland dives on the floor to collect that one. And able to get the basketball into the hands of Mackenzie McCoy, and she will bring it up the court looking for a ball screen from Chloe Dick. She goes the other way. Guarded very closely by Ava Heller. No foul called, ball loose on the ground. Are we gonna have a foul or jump ball?
I believe we got a foul.
Wow, who's this gonna?
Turned into a little wrestling match on the floor for a minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Mackenzie McCoy's guilty of that personal foul. Just the team's second. No free throws involved. Possession back to the Lady Generals.
Yeah, this quarter's kind of just flown by because it's been just it's just a gunfight.
Yeah, 19 seconds to play here in the third. Sheridan Lady Generals 47. The Lady Panthers of New Lexington 34. Hallie Warner crosses the timeline for Sheridan. Looks like she's going to make the decision here. She goes to her right against Chloe Dick and tries to find Addie Schaefer in the corner. They're going to say that ball's deflected. Last touch, they're going to say, by Sheridan. So New Lex has 4 seconds to work with here.
I don't know if that was a very good call, but that's what you want to see as a New Lexington fan.
Mackenzie McCoy is going to launch from half court, and that ball was right on line.
Yes, it was.
Just a couple feet short, and that is the third quarter. Our score at the end of three, Sheridan 47, New Lexington 34. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Welcome back to New Lexington, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start the fourth quarter here on South 60 Films. This late January evening, Marcus, and New Lexington, we were just talking during the break, win or lose, this team's going to gain a lot of confidence from this performance here tonight. I mean, this score is probably going to shock a lot of people around the area that Sheridan didn't pull away. Well, they still could here in the fourth quarter, but through 3 quarters, New Lexington really holding their own. That ball stolen off the inbound, but Mackenzie McCoy tracks down the shooter from behind, Molly Forgrave, and blocks that ball out of bounds. Sheridan will have possession, though.
It's a great defensive play by both players.
Hallie Warner has it for Sheridan. She penetrates, and she's going to get all the way to the dish, up and in, and one opportunity. Very quiet night for the senior, but making her presence felt right there. It's just her 6th and 7th points of the night. She'll have a chance for 8 here from the line.
And she's been playing very good on defense. Playing very good defense against Chloe Dick.
Hallie Warner's free throw off the back rim, and nobody went for the rebound for New Lexington. They thought it was a 2-shot foul, and it was only one, and Sheridan promptly steals the basketball back and gives it off to Miley Foregrave, who that might have been the dagger right there, Marcus. That was a 5-point possession essentially
that's
for
rough.
Sheridan, as all of a sudden the lead's out to 20, 54-34, and Bo Dupler's going to call a timeout and try to settle his team down here just moments into this fourth quarter. Settle his team down here just moments into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that is not how you want to start. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's to not know if it's one or two free throws is unacceptable.
Yeah,
you have to be aware of what's going on out there.
That is a horrible lapse of judgment.
And that ball back rimmed, and the only players who went for the rebound were the three Sheridan girls, and New Lexington's team stood there. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. That was just a
little brain fart.
Team-wide lapse of judgment.
But the lead out to 20 now for the Lady Generals.
Yeah.
New Lexington needs some points here on this possession, but first things first, they're going to have to break this Sheridan press, which has been giving them fits all night long. Chloe Dick to inbound. She gets it to McCoy. Everybody else is going to release down the floor. We'll see if a defender comes back to trap for Sheridan when they're not this time. And McCoy controls for New Lexington. She gives it off to Gracie Newland.
Probably start seeing Sheridan run a softer press as the game goes on, now that they are up so much.
Chloe Dick gives it off to Layla Baker. And Layla Baker guarded closely by Miley Foregrave, harassed. She'll finally get it in the hands of Mackenzie McCoy, who has Ava Heller on her. Ball screen from Dick. Pick and roll back to Chloe Dick. A lot of contact, no foul.
Kind of can't believe they didn't call a foul either way on that one.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. You'd think it'd be one way or the other, but they're just going to say ball deflected out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with the Lady Panthers.
Dick's got a little limp. Must have stung her knee some when she fell.
Be Caroline Dupler to inbound for New Lexington. She finds Chloe Dick on the baseline. Dick, nice little spin move up off the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound, and she's going to go into the lane. No good again. Rebound up for grabs. We'll see who that ball's off of. They're going to say last touch by Sheridan. So New Lex is going to get a third opportunity on this possession. Got to make these count.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for in these situations where you're not getting the buckets that you need, is to just keep getting opportunities.
That ball thrown all the way into the backcourt, corralled there by McCoy, but promptly stolen by Miley Foregrave, and Ava Heller is going to take it all the way in for two. 56-34, biggest lead of the night for Sheridan. Now they are going to back out of it, Marcus.
Yep.
She might still see a double team right before the timeline, which she does, and creates a turnover once again. Hallie Warner quickly up the floor, finds Heller. She is fouled in the act of shooting.
That's a great pass.
Yep. Yeah, these two young ladies, Sheridan is just like, they're not just one of the premier teams in the MVL. They're a benchmark team in the southeast part of Ohio. If you want to win a Southeast District title, chances are you're going to have to beat the Lady Generals to do so. But you know, Ava Heller and Hallie Warner, these two have just played so much varsity basketball, and their confidence, their skill set, everything stands out when you watch them play. She connects on both, and that extends the lead back out to 24, 58-34 advantage for Sheridan. Chloe Dick controls this time for New Lex, gives it off to Gracie Newland. Looks for a cutter, finds Layla Baker, off to Caroline Dupler, in the corner to McCoy. Thought about a three, but had Heller right in her face. Nice cut by Newland. Caroline Dupler, a nice move to get baseline, and she draws some contact. She's gonna get a chance to shoot a couple free throws.
Foregrave with foul. Dupler to line, shooting two.
When you think about the three, Chloe Dick, Caroline Dupler, Layla Baker, all about 5'10".
Yeah.
And they're all going to be back next year, along with their two starting guards, Newland and McCoy.
Yep.
I know there's still a lot of season left, but
And then you add the, what, 6'4", 6'3"?
Yeah, Ava Snedeker. Yep. Yeah, she's just a freshman.
Yes.
She's every bit of 6'3", and you know, at that age, you have to wonder how much more is she going to grow.
Absolutely.
Caroline Dupler connects on 1 of 2, cuts the lead to 23. But time's becoming the enemy of the Lady Panthers right now. Under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Sheridan to inbound, get it into Ava Heller.
Yeah, it won't be shocking to see New Lex wave the white flag soon, just to keep their players fresh.
And Sheridan just taking some of the air out of it right now.
Yep, just running clock.
Yeah, this is Ava Heller. She'll shoot a 3. Just off the mark. Rebounded inside. Fought for. Got by, looks like Baker. But she lost control. But McCoy comes out of there. And Aaliyah Stanley is down there all by herself. But McCoy just threw the pass a little too far. Yeah, Stanley was all by herself down there. Would have been an easy 2 points if they would have connected on that pass.
Sometimes these New Lexington girls get a little rushed, and it causes them to throw errant passes, and that's what we saw there.
Sheridan across the timeline. They're probably going to be very patient once again as they're working further out from the basket than they have been. Their ball handlers 40 feet away from the hoop. There's Warner out at the volleyball line. She'll hold, gives off to Ava Heller. Back to Warner, probably going to be a 2-man game right here. Just kind of keep away until the right shot presents itself. These Lady Generals so poised.
Yep.
Fundamentally sound, to say the least. And they're going to find Sydney Schonk underneath. That shot's blocked by Gracie Newland. So New Lex going to get the basketball back. Here comes McCoy quickly up the floor. She's going to look to drive, what she did in the first quarter. And just missed that off the glass. Rebounded there by Lainey Miller.
When she puts on the Jets, she is easily the quickest person on the floor tonight.
Yeah, she definitely has a burst. Sydney Schonk drives baseline for Sheridan. Hits the bottom of the glass with the shot.
Looks like it might have been blocked again.
Now it's Hallie Warner. She'll drive the lane, and nice dish to a wide open Lainey Miller, who was fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line. So it's obvious Coach J.D. Walters just wants to spread the floor, pass the basketball, and then if the open shot presents itself, take it. But if not, just continue to move and pass.
Yep, it's gotten to the point where they're just trying to let the game run out so that they can go home with a win.
And we mentioned their record, 11-1 in league play, 13-5 overall, Lady Generals. Just wanted to mention the 4 non-league losses: Bishop Watterson, Dublin Kaufman, Fort Fry, and Fairfield Union. Just 4 top-notch programs. We saw Fort Fry here, easily handle this New Lexington team.
I was just about to say, losing to Fort Fry shouldn't even count.
Yeah. Yeah, those are just 4 top-notch programs, and Sheridan really challenges themselves outside the conference, and it pays dividends in the postseason each and every year. Lainey Miller's fouled in the act of shooting there. She's fouled by Caroline Dupler. It's going to put her at the line.
Yeah, this Sheridan girls team they are a great team. They're going to be competing for the MVL title.
Yeah, it's when people talk about culture, this is what it is. It's a culture of winning that J.D. Walters has established in just his short time as head coach there. But it's not when the younger girls come up, they don't hope to win, they expect to win. Exactly. And that's a completely different mindset. New Lexington back the other way off the free throws missed by Miller. Still 58-35, Sheridan advantage. McCoy looking to penetrate once again, but passes off to Chloe Dick. She's going to try to work one-on-one against Hallie Warner. Spins off the glass. That's a very good move, an athletic shot by Chloe Dick against one of the top defenders in the league, Hallie Warner. 58-37 is our score.
Dick she is great in there around the basket.
Addie Schaefer's going to launch the 3 for Sheridan, and that's off the back rim. Rebounded there by Baker, but she lost control out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with the Lady Generals.
back in the game for Sheridan. 5'7" freshman Nora Cooprider. Something about girls named Nora on Sheridan. They had a terrific player, Nora Saffold. I think just graduated last year or the year before. And Lainey Miller unable to connect down low. Still a 23-point deficit for New Lex. Quickly up the floor is Mackenzie McCoy. She gives off to Dick, guarded there by Miller this time. She's going to drive once again, not able to connect.
And it's the 21st century program here at New Lexington High School. Call the high school to enroll. And us, South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of New Lexington Athletics. All right, getting back in there, shooting free throws. Ava Heller just having a great game tonight.
Yeah, Heller's first free throw is up and good. Give her 18 rather,
yep.
in the ball game. Leading scorer for either team. Second free throw, no good. Heller gets her own rebound, quickly backs it out. Sydney Schonk has it now, back to Heller. And Heller's gonna drive and no resistance on her way to the hoop. It's gonna be another bucket for Sheridan, 24-point lead. Heller's gonna check out.
Yep.
And they've already got Hallie Warner off the floor, so
Yep.
substitutions.
Sheridan's put in the game's over lineup.
And still got Schonk out there. And McCoy gives off to Dupler. She'll drive baseline, and she is fouled on her way to the rim by a newcomer, Nora Cooprider, into the game for the Lady Generals. Dupler a chance to get a couple from the line.
Yep, and it really was it was a story of 2 quarters,
Yeah.
really. First and third were good for New Lex, but second and fourth have just been just complete swampings. Like for whatever reason, they just can't keep their. I don't know if it's a focus issue or what it is, but
Sheridan's very good out of timeouts, out of quarter breaks.
absolutely.
J.D. Walters does such a great job of situational basketball. Sheridan quickly up the floor. Sydney Schonk, and she's going to weave her way between a trio of Panthers, but misses the lay-in. Possession's going to stay with Sheridan. Ball nearly stolen there by Layla Baker, and they're going to say last touched by Sheridan. And that's a newcomer on the floor for the Lady Generals. Caroline Dupler gives it to Gracie Newland. Corner to Mackenzie McCoy, dribbles behind her back. Looks for Dupler underneath, finds her. Dupler unable to convert.
That's a great move, just has to hit that layup.
Gracie Newland's pass stolen there by Sydney Schonk. Minute and 20 to play in the ball game. 3-point shot up and good. I believe that is Megan Turns, a 5'6" sophomore for Sheridan, newcomer into the game. Cracks the scoring column. Layla Baker gives it to Newland. Ball reversal, finds McCoy, and she'll launch a three. Nothing but nylon for Mackenzie McCoy. Give her 13 in the ball game.
That's a great shot. And these Lady Panthers, they've proven that they can hang with this Sheridan team. It really just, those bursts where Sheridan really came to life.
Dribble penetration by the Sheridan Lady Generals, and that is a newcomer to the game, Brenna Moorhead, 5'4" freshman. Gets it in off the glass for 2. Layla Baker shoots the three, and she has not missed tonight, Jacob. Marcus.
Yeah, she is. She is on fire.
I believe she is 3 for 3 from three-point line. 66-45 is the score, and that's going to be our final score as Sheridan wins this one 66-45. We're going to step aside momentarily, but we'll be right back with a quick wrap-up of this one. And welcome back to New Lexington High School, where our final score tonight is the Sheridan Lady Generals 66, the New Lexington Lady Panthers 45. We are South 60 Films. I'm Ted Snyder. He's Marcus McPeck, and I'm just going to go through some of the leading scorers here, Marcus, for the night. Leading all scores in the game was Ava Heller for Sheridan. She had 20, followed by 9 points from Addie Schaefer and 8 points from Hallie Warner. So did a good job defensively on Hallie Warner, but Ava Heller, huge, 17 of her 20 in the second half.
She played incredible in that second half.
The Lady Panthers very, very balanced tonight. Mackenzie McCoy, Chloe Dick both scored 13 points, and Layla Baker, a big 9 points off the bench. Big contributions from her on both sides of the court. I thought she stepped up and had a big game tonight.
Yeah, she did. And New Lex, they played well. Like, this score is almost deceiving for how well they played tonight. They just.
I agree. People are going to look at the score and have assumptions, but this game was closely contested in a lot of stretches, and Sheridan's pressure defense was able to turn out some easy points for them off steals in transition, and that was really the difference in the game. But half-court defensive sets, I thought New Lex did an admirable job. It was just not being able to break Sheridan's pressure.
The pressure was really getting to them. There were times, especially early in the game, McCoy was breaking the pressure easily and just getting buckets at will, basically. But then she kind of just fell asleep until the end of the game.
So with the result here, the Sheridan Lady Generals moved to 14-5 overall, 12-1 in league play. The Lady Panthers fall to 8-11, 7-6 in MVL play. And both these teams, just 3 regular season games remaining before postseason play starts. So both these teams really trying to kick it into high gear as season winds down here, Marcus.
And New Lex should be good in their next game against Morgan. That should be a win for them. Sheridan's got a tough out next.